Hello, hello. Oh, my music's still on. I gotta turn that shit off. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, a new date on the job can always be really stressful. It's hard to... It's okay if you're anxious. Hi, Queen. It's been so long. Hello. It's been so long. How are you? I know you got a lot going on as well. Hi. Well, Pow Pow, I'm proud of you. Also, happy belated birthday, Pow. I'm so sorry that you had a stressful first day. Shout out government job. Me too, baby. Let's go fist bump. Do we love our government? No. But do we like the benefits? Yes. Cleaning. Stay clean. Well, I want you all to know, yes, we love the paychecks. Yes. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're gonna crush it. You're gonna continue to crush it. You've been crushing it. I mean, you got the job in the first place. That's the first step, you know? And that's a lot more difficult than people let on. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get to stop by. But I hope you had a good birthday. As soon as I sat down, I got so sniffly. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I'm just born to be sniffly. I'm glad you had a good birthday. Thank you for the lurk, coffee cake. Everyone is doing so good today. Thank you for all the sweet treats. I'm sorry I wasn't feeling good yesterday. Sometimes, like, the weather... It's really weather dependent also. I'm very sensitive to the outside. It could be like the air quality or the pressure outside, or even if it's like raining or if there was like a thunderstorm. There's a lot of stuff that gives me headaches, apparently. Triggers my migraines. But today we're a lot better. We're a lot better. Just a little sniffly. And today was a beautiful day outside. I got to actually go outside. I wanted to go yesterday, but I wasn't feeling good. And I saw a really pretty bird. A really pretty bird. Let me see. I know the name of it, but I want to see what regions they come in, so I don't accidentally dox myself again. Tee. Yeah. Okay. They're red-winged blackbirds are native to North America and Central America, ranging from Alaska and Canada down to Mexico, Costa Rica, and the Caribbean. They are one of the most abundant and widespread native birds on the continent, favoring wetlands, marshes, and agricultural fields. I saw one today. and he was really close to me. Here, let me share my screen so you know what's up. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. So you know what I'm talking about. That one. This, it was so, like, fluffy. It was so fluffy. It was very close. It was like 2 feet away from me, and it was flying across the pond and back and doing a lot of bird calls, and it even hunted for some food, and it was really close to me. So that was really cool to see. They're so pretty. Let's see if there's any videos. Get to know your bird. Get to know your bird. No, we don't have to watch any videos. No bird video today. Sorry. But yeah, it was really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. And like, the wing, like when it spread its wings and it's facing you, you can still see the bright red patch. It's like so bright. It's more like orange, but it's so bright. You can see it like really easy. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Found an item. What did you find? Third. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Matt. I found an item. I feel like I haven't talked to you before. Hello, hello, hello.
A stray just wandered in.
Oh.
Welcome home. Found an item.
Was the audio really loud for the alert? Because if it was, I'm so sorry. I'll turn down the volume. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Since this is an ASMR stream, I get to spell your name and give you some kisses. Let me fix the alerts because they're really loud. Really loud. And also I need to move them because they're really in the way. Okay. 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 Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi Naka. Hi Naka, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Found an item. Welcome to my cozy hideaway. My name is Koibiro Kitsune. You can call me Koi. And you can stay as long as you like. I've been breaded. I'm being bucked. I'm being harassed. I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted as soon as you get here. Unbelievable. No problem. What should I call you? Found? Or item? Much bred, very good, very good, very well bred. Yes, yes, yes. hope everybody found our item is fine. Okay, okay, okay.
A stray just wandered in. Welcome home. Saldorst_Duokra.
Thank you for the follow. Okay, I see the audio on that, so I'm gonna turn it down. Thank you for the follow. Since this is an ASMR stream, I get to spell out your name and give you some kisses. Welcome to the Cozy Hideaway. You are now one of my darling strays. Feel free to stay as long as you like. TTS is the first person to pronounce my name correctly. Thank you for the sweet treat, Lexi. Hi, Bader. How do you pronounce your name? Saldrest Julkra. I'm sorry, I have a memory of a goldfish. You can call me Koibito Goldfish. Because I didn't catch it. I won't remember. The fact an AI can pronounce my name but humans can't is hilarious. Please tell me how. Please sound it out. I'll have to watch the VOD. I'll have to watch the VOD for that. I'm sorry, but welcome. I'm so happy everybody can make it. It's been a while since I've streamed on a Monday. But once I get into the groove of things, maybe we can bring back the old Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Do you remember that, guys? The Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. My name is incomprehensible to the human mind, so I made my name intentionally hard to pronounce without looking ugly when reading. Saldrest, Caldrest, Xa, Xiao, Xiang, You're giving me nothing. You're giving me nothing to work with. You're like, and continue to struggle. You are enjoying this. We'll see if I can do that. The Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But I was doing Wednesdays because it's the same time that my girlfriend goes to practice. And so I figured we can both be busy at the same time. But maybe, if not Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it could be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Because it seems people need their Monday tingles to get them through the week. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Oh, it's Cthulhu. Cthulhu. The Monday. Tingle the Monday blues away, yeah. Cthulhu. I guess it depends on where you come from. I feel like if you get something wrong, it can't be helped, and you can always learn to correct it. I'm sorry for the sniffles. I can't believe you can hear my tissue right now. Oh my god. Wow, the microphone's too good. I was playing with my jelly blocks the last time we did ASMR, but I'm not sure how they sound like when it's just like themselves and not with the hand cam. Eldritch. You are an eldritch deity, is what I'm hearing out of this. I learned today that birds have two, not quite vocal cords, but like wind pipes. They have two compartments for breathing out their whistles, whereas humans have one, and that's why they get all their cool sounds from that we can't imitate. Here. Birds have two vocal box. Yep. Okay, let's see. Okay. Many birds, especially songbirds, possess a specialized two-sided vocal organ called a syrinx, allowing them to produce two independent sounds or melodies simultaneously. Located at the base of the trachea, where it splits towards the lungs, the syrinx uses independent sets of muscles for each side. Isn't that so cool? I love birds. God of chaos. Ooh. It's almost duck season, I think. I think I'm gonna go and see if I can go bird watching. There's this like duck boat, not duck boat, but like, I don't know, this like walk that you can go see all the different kinds of ducks in the morning. I like birds. Imagine a beatboxer with two chords. For real. It cannot even. I can't beatbox because I feel like I can't breathe well anyways. So I feel like I would not be able to use my vocal cords to the full extent. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the mic for a second so I can like blow my nose. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you telling me you can hear it? Are you telling me because I muted it? I hit the mute button. Are you telling me you could hear it? I'm gonna jump, dude. Okay. He's messing with me. Oh, you want to hear it? You want me to blow out your ears? You like that? Neti pot. I'll get my neti pot out. Hello, Ash. I hope you're doing good. Ash is here, so I gotta take out his favorite. You guys need to tell me what all your favorites are, and then I can name it after you. And then it'll be easier to keep track of what they are, because sometimes I forget them. I'm getting old. I'm at least 280 years old, guys. Soft spoken and affirmation. Pow, pow, pow. Or like the little brown guys. The little brown guys. Like the sparrows. Thank you for the redeem. Pow, 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 pow. You've been such a good boy. I know you've been having a bad day today, but I wanted to let you know that you did such a good job. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You've been such a good boy today. Such a good boy today. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I dropped my squishy. Hedge sparrows, yeah, because there's different patterns for different sparrows. Oh, that loud. Oh, that loud. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the subs. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now let's get your name on here. You don't have to thank me, it's my job. It's my job. as close to my booba as I can. For some reason, the pinning is like this. So, we're trying our best. We're trying our best today. That's kind of... What do you think? Is that good enough? Yeah. Chicken fingers. You better not be joking. You better not be joking. I love chicken fingers. That's my favorite one too. I like chicken feet also. I'm Vietnamese, so I have no problem putting feet in my mouth. Yeah, my friend made it. I'm gonna shout him out. Oh, that was loud as hell too. I need to work on these. Yeah, he made it. He's a stinky cat, and he makes. Yeah, he's been making a lot recently. Don't forget to hit exclamation point on, and then you can have your kitsune on screen like me. What time is it? It's a time to go to bed. It's time to wind down. Wind down and go to bed. It's okay. I'm going to take care of you. Oh, I never answered the question about the bird. Okay, favorite bird? I mean, I think the bird I was talking about today. But there's also this golden duck. Hold on. There's this. Yeah, Mandarin duck is really pretty. Yeah, they're so cute. Okay, I have to show you my screen again. Look at this shit. Look at how cute it is. Stop it. Look at it. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah. But yeah, the one in my area was the red-winged blackbird. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like it a lot. Very cute. I love him. Yep. Yep. What's your favorite bird? Vroom. Can you guys not? Oh my god. Sorry. I'm sorry. Ugh. Why? I'm sorry. I live near a highway and people love the street race because they got big dicks. Vroom, vroom. They are really pretty. Big pretty owl. Big pretty owl. How did everybody find me today? How did you discover my little hideaway? I'm curious. And where's everybody from? Well, I know where you came from. I think Pow Pow, I met you when I was collaborating with Chewy last year, right? I was playing Fortnite with Chewy and his 2 friends. Or am I crazy? Was it somebody else? I feel like that is correct. Yuffie. I have not talked to that person since then, but I had a good time with them. Maybe I should reach out. How to make friends? She hates you. What did you do? What happened? What happened? Uh-oh, drama. Drama. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? The raffle prize is still on the info wheel. I gotta turn that off. There's no raffle prize this stream. This was last stream. Scuff. Scuff witnessed. Scuff witnessed. Okay, I'm sorry that happened to you. It sounds like a lot. Okay, let's see. Okay. Slide 1. Heart. Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh. There we go. I fixed it. Yay! OMG, I was recommended. I am honored. Probably because I'm so stinky. Probably because I'm so stinky. Just trying to tell you that you're also stinky. I cleared my sinuses a little bit. I blew my nose, so it's now it's time for a sniff check. An unbiased sniff check. I'm only a little sniffly, so I can still smell something. If it's I can still smell smelly smells that smell smelly. Can you hear how stuffed my nose? I don't know, guys. Some of you smell pretty stinky out there. Did you shower today? Did you wash your feet? Did you wash your booty? It's really important to wash your crack. It's good for you. Listen, I'm listening. More than that, I'm smelling. I'm sniffing. And that's all you have to say? What could you possibly say to me right now? You've been caught. Stinky all over. Likely story, fellas. Likely story. But I know the truth. I know the truth. Sleepy day today. Give you concussion, jeez. I whacked you with my hairbrush. Sorry. It's sorry. For anyone who is new, expect more burps. I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm just burpy. Who in the hell is in the parking lot? Sorry. If we live together, just know I'm gonna be grumpy at all the neighbors who make noise. I never yell at them out the window, but I yell at them to myself. I'm always like, those damn neighbors. Why you still like me, even if I'm grumpy? Even if I'm a little grumpy sometimes. You still like me if I need extra attention. I need extra attention today. Thank you for that. Welcome. It's your first time in the chat. Welcome to the chat. You are Russian. Welcome. What time is it for you? It must be late at night. having a good day. How am I doing? I feel better than yesterday, but I'm still snippily. Oh, that was loud, sorry. How are you doing? I'm glad. How was your day? Are you just settling down now? Too long. Too long. Let's wind down now and relax. I'm proud of you for making it through the day. I'm proud of you for making it through the day. Do you smoke a lot of cigars? Yeah, I swear to God. Like, most of the customers you receive are like NPCs, dude. They make no sense. And they have no real world experience. They've never been in service in their life, and it shows. They're fucking dumb. They're dumb as hell. And unreasonable. So, I'm proud of you from getting through it. I'm sorry. They should treat you better. But just know they're that way because they're miserable. And you don't have to be that way. Yeah, it's not worth losing your job, but your safety comes first. Deadass. Whatever you gotta do to get that bag, babe. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. But I'm proud of you for making it through the day. You've done so well today. Hi, Zania. Hi, Zania. Hello, hello, hello. Beer and chill. What is your favorite beer? You pop a Corona with some lime. You get that natty light. I'm sorry, I don't drink beer. Those are the only two I know. Sapporo. Sparrow. Miller. Acai. Acai. Yep, I like a good IPA. My favorite IPA is broccoli dog water. I'm just kidding. It's a joke because IPs have a lot of silly names, but I'll stop being offensive to the beer community now. I'm glad you have a favorite. Is Asahi a common one or is it a hard one to get? I don't think I've heard of it before. I gotta Google it now. Asahi beer. Asahi beer. Maybe I'm not saying it right. Oh, I see. Dry. Oh, he likes it dry. I like them dry. I just got that. Notes of super dry. I like it dry in my mouth. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be ASMR. I like it dry in my mouth. I want it to taste like sand, baby. What's everybody's work schedule? Monday through Friday? Or is it like you work a weekend day? Who here works weekends? I think that counts as 2. Okay, well now 3. 4. 5. Oh my god, what number are we on? 9? Okay. 6. That was 6 burps. We got 9. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, you feel a 6th one coming. That's what you meant? No, I think we just... Don't worry. More to come. Who works weekends and who doesn't? Well, I used to work every weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday for like years. And just now... And then for a little bit I worked at the doctor's offices where I was Monday through Friday. But that was too much, so then I went back to the working weekends. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna be miserable, at least I'm gonna get hella tips. But now I have a cushy little state job. And I don't work weekends. I don't know how I got here. Tips, yeah, like service jobs. Like bartending and barista and stuff like that. Entertaining. Being cute. And whatever. Give me that tip. They can't let me keep the tip. Wait, they don't... Wait, do they tip at that cigar? No, right? Is it a cigar bar where you're attending them? Because then... No, it's just a store. Well... I hope they can still give you some tips. You're saying you don't get to keep the tips that you make? Yeah. Still, if they serve alcohol, yep. Yep. We sell. Now it just feels like a hookah bar. Yeah. And that's what I figure. Ooh, a lounge. Yeah, I used to work at a bar that was next to a cigar lounge and it smelled so bad. Stinky. Hookah. I don't smoke but I will do a hookah if someone. I haven't done a hookah in like 6 years. I've only hung out at hookah bars twice in my life, but I had a really wonderful time each time. And so whenever I hear someone say it, I perk up. I'm like, let me get a fun, fruity flavor and get lightheaded. You smoke cigars, bro? That's a lot. That's a lot to smoke, bro. Everybody light up. Everybody light up, ready? Ash, I feel like whenever I talk about it, you're always like, I should set it up. Do you, like, dismantle it after? You don't just keep it out? You just, like, take it apart? Hookah owners, answer me this. Why get a hookah if you don't want it on display all pretty? Isn't it supposed to be pretty? Isn't it supposed to be a pretty? Well, yeah, you gotta clean. Yeah, you gotta maintenance. Pfft. 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 Lame. That wasn't a bong, that was just water. I don't smoke weed no more. See, proven that it's water in my mouth. Also, car in the back. Yeah, I'm sorry about all the cars, y'all. I literally don't have enough money to move. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Christian. Thank you. Welcome to my cozy hideaway. You're now one of my darling strays. I'm so happy you found your way to me. And stay as long as you'd like. Since this is an ASMR stream, I get to spell your name and give you some kisses. So welcome. Thank you for the sweet treat. Yum. You guys are gonna give me diabetes. There's so many treats. Don't forget to give your kitsune treats. What? No, I swear there was 4 underscores. There's only 4. I thought I did 4. Is this a sick fucking joke? Did I miss one? Okay, I guess I have to graduate. Goodbye. I'm out. Just kidding. Is it a Koibito Kitsune stream if I don't threaten to graduate every stream? Is that my toxic trait or not? Is this chat? Am I healthy? Are we in an unhealthy relationship right now? Do you feel like what we have is unstable? You're not gonna leave me, are you? You want to stay with me forever, right? You love me, right? Listen, it's not about how long you know somebody. It's just about your connection. It's about how we make each other feel. We are connected by broadband. By the broadband. And by the thousands of little wires that they lay across the ocean. We are connected. I can't wait for the internet to be broken by the ocean one day. We just lay fiber optic cables in the water and hope for the best. I don't understand. There's probably some more science behind it that I don't know about, but like, it sounds kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. 1:37 p.m. Are you taking an afternoon nap? Oh, okay. You're going back to work? Thank you for hanging out. And I love you. Oh, AM. Okay, you need to go to sleep. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night. Good night. Good night, good night. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. Chat, can you get me a less squeaky chair? And I gotta put my fan on, because I'm sweaty. Chat, my feet are sweaty. It's that not quite summer heat. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, jelly beans. Ew, Ash. Sorry, doing lawn care. Oh, they mowing the lawn. Are you mowing the lawn or are you mowing the lawn? Wink, wink. Are you landscaping? Oh, my coworker is calling me. I'll be right back. I'm such a good coworker, bro. Like, I will answer your calls. What the hell? I just finished mowing and now I'm planting a few plants. Wow. Wow, professional gardener. Can you tend to my garden, please? Can you make me the garden of my dream, please? You know, it's funny, my coworker called me. I have a state job, so in order to clock in, we have a password, but we also have to do a fingerprint scan. But she was like, I can't remember my password. And I'm like, and we had trained together, and so we saw each other's like passwords and stuff. And I remember hers. I know all of her passwords for no reason. She's like, I put in blah 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 blah. And I was like, no, it's actually blah 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 blah. So heat resistant flower bed. Wow. Yeah. I'm lucky that the coworkers I have now are good. Someone was fired recently, and that made my day better. So now I'm chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm straight chilling. I answered it just because I did some IT, even though that's not my job. But I did some IT on all of the computers for everybody, and so I did have to answer those calls because I was expecting people to have a little bit of an issue starting back up again. But other than that, I just really wasn't. So when she called me, I thought it was about the computer, but it was dead ass her password, her employee ID number. Like, girl, we've been here 3 months. What is he doing? But yeah, just text me. I don't know. Bitch, you know I'm sexy. Don't call, just text me. Bitches slow can get my speed. They stare cause they know I'm T-G-I-R-L. You know I am that girl. Is that good ASMR? I'm T-G-I-R-L. I'm T-G-I-R-L. You know I am that girl. I'm T-G-I-R-L. You know I am that girl. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty cute. Okay, friends, in about 15 minutes, we are gonna move on from triggers to reading. We'll be continuing. Oh, stop, guys, you're making me blush. We're gonna continue where we left off. I believe we either read chapter 8 or we're on chapter 8 of A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's the famous fairy smut book, but we are not nearly close to the smut yet, so no worries. I always get extra happy when it's a good glug, 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 glug. That came out wrong. But when it's like extra loud, yeah, it's a good glug. That's a good glug right there. I'm lucky that most of you guys are lurkers and you don't clip the suspicious things I say. Right, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Not the ash, just hammer. Wow. You guys are so nice today. That wasn't regular water, that was flat seltzer water. That caught me off guard. Oh, is this a good trigger sound? Can you tell me what that was? I'll play it again and you tell me if you can tell what this is. Okay, third time's the charm. Ready? Sorry. Is the picto chat good or do we hate it? And 16 people could be in a chat room. That's crazy. Four chat rooms, 16 people per chat room. It's crazy. Yes, it is a good nostalgia. Thank you for the sweet treat, Beast. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm gonna be right back again. I have to use the bathroom. And when we come back, we should be, settled to get ready for reading. So, I'm gonna take a bathroom break, refill my water. Everybody, either stay cozy or get yourself something nice as well. I'll be back soon. What was your cat trying to say? I'm sorry I took. Oh my fucking. Y'all couldn't have done that when I was BRBing. Sorry. It's not road rage, it's just rage at the outside that I'm having right now. I'm sorry, I took a little longer than I thought. Surprise poop. I'm telling on myself. I love to tell on myself. I love to tell on myself. cozy. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Almost knocked everything over. Okay, we are reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. And we are on chapter 8. So, to recap, she killed a fairy, and now she has to live with a fairy. Ooh. He's probably 1,000, and she's freshly 19, so I don't know why everything's written that way, but it is. Chapter 8. Stop it. Ew. I pretended to meander. Okay. I pretended to meander through the exquisite and silent gardens, mentally marking the paths and clever places for hiding if I ever needed them. He'd taken my weapons, and I wasn't stupid enough to hope for an ash tree somewhere on the property with which to make my own. But his baldric had been laden with knives. There had to be an armory somewhere on the estate, and if not, I would find another weapon, then steal it if I had to, just in case. Upon inspection the night before, I learned that there was no lock on my window. Sneaking out and rappelling down the wisteria vines wouldn't be difficult at all. I'd climbed enough trees to not mind the height. Not that I planned to escape, but it was good to know, at least, how I might do so should I ever be desperate enough to risk it. I didn't doubt Tamlin's claim that the rest of Perithian was deadly for a human, and if there was indeed some light on these lands, I was better off here for the time being. But not without trying to find someone who might plead my case to Tamlin. Though Lucian, he could do with someone snapping at him, if you've the courage for it, Alice said to me yesterday. I chewed on my stubby nails as I walked, considering every possible plan and pitfall. I'd never been particularly good with words. Had never learned the social warfare my sisters and mother had been so adept at, but I'd been decent enough when selling hinds at the village market. So perhaps I'd seek out Tamlin's emissary, even if he detested me. He clearly had little interest in my living here. He'd suggested killing me. Perhaps he'd be eager to send me back, to persuade Tamlin to find some other way to fulfill the treaty, if there even was one. I approached a bench in an alcove, blooming with foxglove, when the sounds of footsteps on shifting gravel filled the air. 2 pairs of light, quick feet. I straightened, peering down the way I'd come, but the path was empty. I lingered at the edge of an open field of lanky meadow buttercups. The vibrant green and yellow field was deserted. Behind me arose a gnarled crab-apple tree in full, glorious bloom. The petals of its flowers littering the shaded bench on which I'd been about to sit. A breeze set the branches rustling, a waterfall of white petals fluttering down like snow. I scanned the garden, the field, carefully watching and listening for those 2 sets of feet. There was nothing in the tree or behind it. A prickling sensation ran down my spine. I spent enough time in the Oh shit. Hello? Can you hear me now? I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Okay. Did you hear the part where she sat on the bench? Did she sit on the bench or did she not sit on the bench? Okay, let's go from when she sat on the bench. Okay. I scanned the garden, the field, carefully watching and listening for those two sets of feet. There was nothing in the tree or behind it. A prickling sensation ran down my spine. I'd spent enough time in the woods to trust my instincts. Someone stood behind me, perhaps two of them. A faint sniff and quiet giggle issued from far too close. My heart leaped into my throat. I cast a subtle glance over my shoulder, but only a shining silvery light flickered in the corner of my vision. I had to turn around. I had to face it. The gravel crunched nearer now. The shimmering in the corner of my eye grew larger, separating into two small figures, no taller than my waist. My hands clenched into fists. "Feyre!" Alice's voice cut across the garden. I jumped out of my skin as she called me again. "Feyre! Lunch!" she hollered. I whirled, a shout forming on my lips to alert her to whatever stood behind me, raising my fists however futile it would be. But the shining things had vanished, along with their sniffing and giggling, and I found myself facing a weathered statue of two merry bounding lambs. I rubbed my neck. Alice called me again, and I shook a shuddering breath as I returned to the manor. But even as I strode through the hedges, carefully retracing my steps back to the house, I couldn't erase the creeping feeling that someone was still watching me, curious and wanting to play. I stole a knife from dinner that night, just to have something, anything, to defend myself with. It turned out that dinner was the only meal I was invited to attend, which was fine. 3 meals a day with Tamlin and Lucian would have been torturous. I couldn't endure an hour of sitting at their fancy table if it made them think I was docile and had no plans to change my fate. While Lucian ranted to Tamlin about some malfunction of the magical carved eye that indeed allowed him to see, I slipped my knife down the sleeve of my tunic. My heart beat so fast I thought they could hear it, but Lucian continued speaking, and Tamlin's focus remained on his courtier. I supposed I should have pitied them for the masks they were forced to wear, for the blight that had infected their magic and people. But the less I interacted with them, the better, especially when Lucian seemed to find everything I said to be hilariously human and uneducated. Snapping at him wouldn't help my plans. It would be an uphill battle to win his favor, if only for the fact that I was alive and his friend was not. I'd have to deal with him alone, or risk raising Tamlin's suspicions too soon. Lucian's red hair shone in the firelight, the colors flickering with every movement he made, and the jewels in the hilt of his sword glinted, the ornate blade so unlike the baldric knives still strapped across Tamlin's chest. But there was no one here to use a sword against, and while the sword was embedded with jewels and filigree, it was large enough to be more than decoration. Perhaps it was something to do with those invisible things in the garden. Maybe he lost his eye and earned a scar in that battle. I fought against a shudder. Alice had said, "Broom, broom, broom, broom." Alice had said the house was safe, but warned me to keep my wits about me. What might lurk beyond the house, or be able to use my human senses against me? Just how far would Tamlin's order not to harm me? Oh my god. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be chill time and all these goddamn mufflers. Maybe I wasn't meant to do ASMR. Maybe the world says no. The world says no ASMR. No, thank you. Alice had said the house was safe, but warned me to keep my wits about me. What might lurk beyond the house, or be able to use my human senses against me? Just how far would Tamlin's order not to harm me stretch? Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's the elves. It's fine, the elves were just driving the cars in the forest. Just how far would Tamlin's order not to harm me stretch? What kind of authority did he hold? Lucian paused, and I found him smirking at me, making the scar even more brutal. Were you admiring my sword, or just contemplating killing me, Feyre? Of course not, I said, softly, and glanced at Tamlin. The gold flecks in his eyes glowed, even from the other end of the table. My heart beat at a gallop. Had he somehow heard me take the knife? The whisper of metal in the wood? I forced myself to look again at Lucian. His lazy, vicious grin was still there. Act civilized, behave, possibly win him to my side. I could do that. Tamlin broke the silence. Feyre likes to hunt. I don't like to hunt. I should have probably used a more polite tone, but I went on. I hunted out of necessity. And how did you know that? Tamlin's stare was bald, assessing. Why else were you in the woods that day? You had a bow and arrows in your house. I wondered whether he'd almost said hovel. When I saw your father's hands, I knew he wasn't the one using them. He gestured to my scarred, calloused hands. You told him about the rations and money from pelts. Fairies might be many things, but we're not stupid. Unless your ridiculous legends claim that about us too. Ridiculous. Insignificant. I stared at the crumbs of bread and swirls of remaining sauce on my golden plate. Had I been at home, I would have licked my plate clean, desperate for any extra bit of nourishment. And the plates, I could have bought a team of horses, a plow, and a field for just one of them. Disgusting. Lucian cleared his throat. How old are you, anyway? 19. Pleased. Civilized. Lucian tisked. So young, and so grave, and a skilled killer already. I tightened my hands in a fist, the metal of the knife now warm against my skin. Docile, unthreatening, tame. I'd made my mother a promise, and I'd keep it. Tamlin's looking after my family wasn't the same as my looking after them. That wild, small dream could still come to pass. I'm going to... It's okay. It's alright. Yep. What the Why? Is he just driving back and forth? Who is this man? Fellas, I'm gonna lose it. That wild, small dream could still come to pass. My sister's comfortably married off, and a lifetime with my father, with enough food for us both, and enough time to maybe paint a little, or to maybe learn what I wanted. It could still happen, in a faraway land perhaps. If I ever got out of this bargain, I could still cling to that scrap of a dream. Though these high fae would likely laugh at how typically human it was to think so small, to want so little. It's time for kisses. Okay, pow pow pow, it's time for your kisses. It's okay. It's okay. I can take a kiss break. It's okay. We need kisses during reading time sometimes. Sometimes we need a little extra kisses, and that's okay. Hope that helps you feel a little bit better today. I could still cling. Oh no, I already read that part. Yet any bit of information might help, and if I showed interest in them, perhaps they would warm to me. What was this but another trap in the woods? So I said, "So is this what you do with your lives? Spare humans from the treaty and have fine meals?" I gave a pointed glance toward Tamlin's baldric, the warrior's clothes, Lucian's sword. Lucian smirked. "We also dance with the spirits under the full moon and snatch human babes from their cradles to replace them with changelings." Didn't... Tamlin interrupted, his deep voice surprisingly gentle. "Didn't your mother tell you anything about us?" I prodded the table with my forefinger, digging my short nails into the wood. My mother didn't have time to tell me stories. I could reveal that part of my past, at least. Lucian, for once, didn't laugh. After a rather stilted pause, Tamlin asked, "How did she die?" When I lifted my brows, he added a bit more softly, "I didn't see signs of an older woman in your house." Predator or not, I didn't need his pity. But I said, "Typhus," when I was 8. I rose from my seat to leave. "Vera," Tamlin said, and I half-turned. A muscle feathered in his cheek. Lucian glanced between us, that middle eye roving, but kept silent. Then Tamlin shook his head, the movement more animal than anything, and murmured, "I'm sorry for your loss." I tried to keep from grimacing as I turned on my heel and left. I didn't want or need his condolences. Not from my mother. Not when I hadn't missed her in years. Let Tamlin dismiss me as rude, uncouth, human, not worth his careful watch. I'd be better off persuading Lucian to speak to Tamlin on my behalf. And soon, before any of the others whom they'd mentioned appeared, or this blight of theirs grew. Tomorrow, I'd speak to Lucian then, test him out a bit. In my room, I found a small satchel in the armoire, and filled it with a spare set of clothes, along with my stolen knife. It was a pitiful blade, but a piece of cutlery is better than nothing. Just in case I was ever allowed to go, and had to leave at a moment's notice. Just in case. Okay, that was chapter 8. I am gonna do one more chapter. It's gonna be a little short today. A little bit of a short stream today, but I'm gonna do one more chapter. Unless I'm feeling good at the end of this chapter. Depends on how long this chapter is. We'll see. Chapter 9. The following morning, as Alice and the other servant woman appeared in my bath, or prepared my bath. Women appearing in my bath? The following morning, as Alice and the other servant woman prepared my bath, I contemplated my plan. Tamlin had mentioned that he and Lucian had various duties, aside from running into him in the house yesterday. I'd never seen either of them around, so locating Lucian alone would be the first order of business. A casual question tossed in Alice's direction had her revealing that she believed Lucian was on border patrol today, and would be at the stables, preparing to leave. I was halfway through the gardens, hurrying toward the outcropping buildings I'd spied the day before, when Tamlin said from behind me, "No tripwires today." I rose mid-step and looked over my shoulder. He was standing a few feet away. How had he crept up so silently on the gravel? Very stealth, no doubt. I willed calm into my veins, my head. I said as politely as I could, "You said I was safe here, so I listened." His eyes narrowed slightly, but he put on what I supposed was his attempt at a pleasant smile. "My morning work was postponed," he said. Indeed, his usual tunic was off, the baldric gone, and the sleeves of his white shirt had been rolled up to the elbows to reveal tanned forearms covered with muscle. Corded with muscle. "If you want a ride across the grounds, if you're interested in your new residence, I can take you." Again, that effort to be accommodating even when every word seemed to pain him. Maybe he could eventually be swayed by Lucian. And until then, how much could I get away with if he was going to such lengths to make this people swear not to harm me, to shield me from the treaty? I smiled blandly and said, "I'd prefer to spend today alone, I think. But thank you for the offer." He tensed. "What about—" "No, thank you," I interrupted, marveling a bit at my own audacity. But I had to catch Lucien alone. I had to feel him out. He might already be gone. Tamlin clenched his hands in a fist, as if fighting against the claws itching to burst out. But he didn't reprimand me. Didn't do anything other than prowl back into the house without another word. Soon enough, if I was lucky, Tamlin wouldn't be my problem anymore. I hurried for the stables, tucking away the information. Maybe one day, if I was ever released, if there was an ocean and years between us, I would think back and wonder why he'd bothered. I tried not to look too eager, too out of breath, when I finally reached the pretty painted stables. It didn't surprise me that the stable boys all wore horse masks. For them, I felt a shred of pity at what the blight had done. The ridiculous mask they now had to wear until someone could figure out how to undo the magic binding them to their faces. But none of the stable hands even looked at me, either because I wasn't worth it, or because they too resented me for the death of Andrus. I didn't blame them. Any attempt at casualness took a stumble when I finally found Lucien astride a black gelding, grinning down at me with 2 white teeth. "Morning, Farah." "Oh, morning, Farah." I can't do 3 voices, guys. I don't know. "Morning, Farah." I tried to hide the stiffening in my shoulders, tried to smile a bit. "Going for a ride, or merely reconsidering Tam's offer to live with us?" I tried to recall the words I'd come up with earlier, the words to win him, but he laughed, and not pleasantly. "Come now, I'm to patrol the southern woods today, and I'm curious about the abilities you used to bring down my friend, whether accidental or not. It's been a while since I encountered a human, let alone a fey killer. Indulge me in a hunt." Perfect. At least that part of this had gone well, even if it sounded as lovely as facing a bear in its den. So I stepped aside to let a stable boy pass. He moved with a fluid smoothness, like all of them here, and didn't look at me either. No indication of what he thought of having a fey killer in his stable. But my kind of hunting couldn't be done on horseback. Mine consisted of careful stalking and well-laid traps and snares. I didn't know how to give chase atop a horse. Lucien accepted a quiver of bows from the returning stable boy with a nod of thanks. Lucien smiled in a way that didn't meet the mental eye. Or the russet one. No ash arrows today, unfortunately. I clenched my jaw to keep a retort from slipping off my tongue. If he was forbidden from hurting me, I couldn't fathom why he would invite me along, save to mock me in whatever way he could. Perhaps he was truly that bored. Better for me. So I shrugged, looking as bored as I could. "Well, I suppose I'm already dressed for a hunt." "Perfect," Lucien said, his middle eye gleaming in the sunlight slanting in narrow and through the open stable doors. I prayed Tamlin wouldn't come prowling through them, prayed he wouldn't decide to go for a ride on his own and catch us here. "Let's go then," I said, and Lucien motioned for them to prepare a horse. I leaned against a wooden wall as I waited, keeping an eye on the doorway for signs of Tamlin, and I offered my own bland replies as I added to Lucien's remarks about the weather. Sorry, I keep bumping the microphone. Mercifully, I was soon astride a white mare, riding with Lucien through the spring-shrouded woods beyond the gardens. I kept a healthy distance from the fox-masked fairy on the broad path, hoping that eye of his couldn't see through the back of his head. The thought didn't sit well, and I shoved it away, along with the part of me that marveled at the way the sun illuminated the leaves and the clusters of crocuses that grew like flashes of vibrant purple against the brown and green. Those were things that weren't necessary to my plans, useless details that only blocked out everything else. The shape and slope of the path, what trees were good for climbing, sounds of nearby water sources. Those things could help me survive if I ever needed to. But like the rest of the grounds, the forest was utterly empty. No signs of fairies, nor any high fae wandering around. Just as well. Well, you certainly have the quiet part down of hunting down, Lucian said, falling back to ride to get beside me. Good. Let him come to me, rather than me seeming too eager, too friendly. I adjusted the weight of the quiver strap across my chest, then ran a finger along the smooth curve of the yew bow in my lap. The bow was larger than the one I used at home. The arrows heavier and heads thicker. I would probably miss whatever target I found until I adjusted to the weight and balance of the bow. 5 years ago, I'd taken the very last of my father's coppers from our former fortune and purchased my bow and arrows. I'd since allotted a small sum every month for arrows and replacement strings. Well, Lucian pressed, no game good enough for you to slaughter? We've passed plenty of squirrels and birds. The canopy above cast shadows upon his fox mask, light and dark gleaming in the metal. You seem to have enough food on your table that I don't need to add it to it, especially when there's always plenty left over. I doubted squirrel would be good enough for their table. Lucian snorted, but didn't say anything else as we passed beneath a flowering lilac. Its purple cones, dripping low enough to graze my cheek like cool, velvety fingers. The sweet, crisp scent lingered in my nose even as we rode on. Not useful, I told myself, although the thick brush beyond it would be a good hiding spot if I needed one. You said you were an emissary for Tamlin, I ventured. Do emissaries usually patrol the grounds? A casual, disinterested question. I'm off to bed now. Thank you for ASMR and reading, and have a good stream. And thank you for the gift sub. Thank you for being here. It was wonderful to meet you, and I hope to see you again soon. On Wednesday, we will be doing some games around the same time you came today. And I usually do ASMR every Sunday around this time. I know today's Monday, so it might be a bit off schedule for you. But Sundays are usually my ASMR days, and Wednesdays are usually my game days. So I hope to see you soon, and thank you so much for being here. Mwah. Mwah. Sleep well. Lucian clicked his tongue. See you. Lucian clicked his tongue. I'm Tamlin's emissary for formal uses, but this was Andrew's shift, so someone needed to fill in. It's an honor to do it. I swallowed hard. Andrus had a place here, and friends here. He hadn't been just some nameless, faceless fairy. No doubt he was more missed than I was. I'm sorry, I said, and meant it. I didn't know what he meant to you all. Lucian shrugged. Tamlin said as much, which was no doubt why he brought you here. Or maybe you looked so pathetic in those rags that he took pity on you. I wouldn't have joined you if I'd known you'd use this ride as an excuse to insult me. Alice had mentioned that Lucian could use someone who snapped it back at him. Easy enough. Lucian smirked. Apologies, Farah. I might have called him a liar for that apology had I not known he couldn't lie, which made the apology sincere. I couldn't sort it out. So, he said, when are you going to start trying to persuade me to beseech Tamlin to find a way to free you from the treaty's rules? I tried not to jolt. What? That's why you agreed to come out here, isn't it? Why you wound up at the stables exactly as I was leaving? He shot me a sideways glance with the rusted eye of his. Honestly, I'm impressed and flattered you think I have that kind of sway with Tamlin. I wouldn't reveal my hand. Not yet. What are you talking? He cocked his head. His cocked head was answer enough. He chuckled and said, Before you waste one of your precious few human breaths, let me explain 2 things to you. 1, if I had my way, you'd be gone, so it wouldn't take much convincing on your part. 2, I can't have my way, because there's no alternative to what the treaty demands. There's no extra loophole. But there has to be something. I admire your balls, Farah, I really do. Or maybe it's stupidity, but since Tam won't gut you, which was my first choice, you're stuck here. Unless you want to rough it on your own in Prithian, which, he looked me up and down, I'd advise against. No, I couldn't just stay here forever until I died. Maybe there was some other way, or someone who could help find a way out. I mastered my uneven breathing. shoving away the panicked, bleeding thoughts. "A valiant effort," Lucien said with a smirk. I didn't bother hiding the glare I caught in his direction. We rode on in silence, and aside from a few birds and squirrels, I saw nothing, heard nothing unusual. After a few minutes, I quieted my riotous thoughts, enough to say, "Where's the rest of Tamlin's court? They all fled this blight on magic?" "How'd you know about the court?" he asked so quickly that I realized he thought I meant something else. I kept my face blank. "Do normal estates have emissaries? And servants chatter. Isn't that why you made them wear bird masks to that party?" Lucien scowled, that scar stretching. We each chose what to wear that night to honor Tamlin's shape-shifting gifts. The servants too. But now, if we had the choice, we'd peel them off with our bare hands, he said, tugging on his own. It didn't move. What happened to the magic to make it act that way? Lucien let out a harsh laugh. Something was sent from the shitholes of hell, he said, then glanced around and swore. Fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Word got back to her. Who? The color had leached from his sun-kissed skin. He dragged a hand through his hair. Never mind. The less you know, the better. Tam might not find it troublesome to tell you about the blight, but I wouldn't put it past a human to sell the information to the highest bidder. I bristled, but the few bits of information he'd released lay before me like glittering jewels. A her who scared Lucien enough to make him worry, to make him afraid someone might be listening, spying, monitoring his behavior. Even out here, I studied the shadows between the trees, but found nothing. Prythian was ruled by 7 high lords. Perhaps the she was whoever governed this territory. If not a high lord, then a high lady, if that was even possible. How old are you? I asked, hoping he'd keep divulging some more useful information. It was better than knowing nothing. Old, he said. He scanned the brush, but I had a feeling his darting eyes weren't looking for the game. His shoulders were 2 cents. What sort of powers do you have? Can you shapeshift like Tamlin? He sighed, looking skyward before studying me warily, that metal eye narrowing with unnerving focus. Trying to figure out my weaknesses so you can... I glowered at him. Fine, no, I can't shapeshift. Only Tam can. But your friend, he appeared as a wolf, unless that was his... No. Andrus was high fae too. Tam can shift us into other shapes if need be. He saves it for his sentries only, though. When Andrus went across the wall, Tam changed him into a wolf so he wouldn't be spotted as a fairy. Though size was probably an indication enough. A shudder went down my spine, violent enough I didn't acknowledge the red-hot glare Lucien lobbed my way. I didn't have the nerve to ask Tamlin if Tamlin could change me into another shape. Anyway, Lucien went on. The high fae don't have specific powers the way the lesser fairies do. I don't have a natural-born affinity, if that's what you're asking. I don't clean everything on sight or lure mortals to a watery death or grant you answers to whatever questions you might have if you trap me. We just exist to rule. I turned in the other direction, so he couldn't see it as I rolled my eyes. I suppose if I were one of you, I'd be one of the fairies, not high fae? A lesser fairy like Alice, waiting on you hand and foot? He didn't reply, which amounted to a yes. With that arrogance, no wonder Lucien found my presence as a replacement for his friend to be abhorrent. And since he would probably loathe me forever, since he'd ended my scheming before he had even begun, I asked, how'd you get that scar? I didn't keep my mouth shut when I should have, and I was punished for it. Tamlin did that to you? Cauldron, no. He wasn't there. But he got me the replacement afterward. More answers that weren't answers. So there are fairies who will actually answer my question if you trap them? Maybe they'd know how to free me from the treaty's terms. Yes, he said tightly. The Suriel. But they're old and wicked, and not worth the danger of going out to find them. If you're stupid enough to keep looking so intrigued, I'm going to become rather suspicious and tell Tam to put you under the house arrest. Though I suppose you would deserve it if you were indeed stupid enough to seek one out. They had to lurk nearby then, if he was this concerned. Lucian whipped his head to the right, listening, his eyes whirring subtly. The hair on my neck stood, and I had my bow drawn in a heartbeat pointing in the direction Lucian stared. "Put your bow down," he whispered, his voice low and rough. "Put your damned bow down, human, and look straight ahead." I did as he said, the hair on my arms rising as something rustled in the brush. "Don't react," Lucian said, forcing his gaze ahead, too, the middle eye going still and silent. "No matter what you feel or see, don't react. Don't look. Just stare ahead." I started trembling, gripping the reins in my sweaty hands. I might have wondered if this was some kind of horrible joke, but Lucian's face had gone so very, very pale. Our horses' ears flattened against their heads, but they continued walking, as if they'd also understood Lucian's command. And then I felt it. And that was the end of chapter 9. What did they feel? What is in the woods that's making them feel crazy? Next time on ASMR with Koibiro Kitsune. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We had a good turnout tonight despite it being last minute schedule change. I'm glad I was able to do a makeup stream for y'all. I miss you guys. I love spending time with you. And so I feel bad when I don't ever want to disappoint y'all, so I know I do. I'm not the best with my schedule, but I'm trying. I think I'm doing a lot better than before. So, I appreciate you guys for being here. I hope to see you on Wednesday for games. I think Fable was a little bit too much nausea, and so I'm gonna skip Fable 1. I think I might end up doing Skyrim, starting a new game of Skyrim on Wednesday. What do you think? I think because I have Fable 2 and Fable 3 on Xbox, that might be too much to set it up onto and hooking it up to my computer and whatever. But yeah, I will see you guys Wednesday for games. I will let you know in the Discord if you're not part of the server already. Exclamation point Discord. I will see you guys on Wednesday for either Skyrim or Fable 2. Or I might surprise you and start a new Baldur's Gate game. I don't know, I'm kind of been fiending for it. And let's see who's online right now, who's streaming. Let's send you over to Shiggy Coated. Hello, hi Hikiko. Let's do a raid, everyone. For your raid message, just spam the emotes. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Spam the emotes. Spam this one, or spam this one, or the cozy one. Okay? And be good. I love Shuggy Coated, she's very sweet. I love you all, and I will see you soon. We have 5 seconds of kisses left.